This is Politically Incorrect, the largest German-language non-mainstream information weblog with around 150,000 users per day. www.pi-news.net. I am in the Knesset, the Israeli parliament in Jerusalem, and there speaking with member of Knesset Yehuda Glick, who is also a member of the centrist Likud party of Prime Minister Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu. MKYehudaGlick, thank you for receiving PI here. MKYehudaGlick, would you initially summarize for our readership in Europe in short words what your educational background is and how you came to your religious but also to your political beliefs for which you stand? In your Likud party, but as well in that NGO you were leading until you became an MK.
Okay, as you all know, the State of Israel is a really once in a history phenomena. A godly phenomenon. The Jewish people came back home to their homeland after 2,000 years. And this is where things all begin. Our basic existential belief start from here and continue to here. Here I am today in the Knesset. My master's was in Jewish history. My bachelor's is in Jewish education. And all part of this wonderful redemption phenomena as described in the Bible. And this is where we are. We're actually trying to see how today's Jewish modern situation fits in to that wonderful picture of the Jewish people coming back home to Israel. The Likud, which stands on three major studs, strong connection to the State of Israel, to Jewish tradition, and to liberal point of views in terms of economy. Together with those things, here I am in the Likud, as I said, major in history, bachelor in Jewish education, and connected to the wonderful phenomena, godly phenomena of the Jewish people coming back home to their homeland.
Certainly in Europe, not many in the general public know about or even understand the absurdity that Jews are not allowed to pray at their most holy place and are meticulously checked by the Israeli police not to do so. Is this explicable to our readership, and how will you change it?
We've been working to change it for several years. As you know, in 1967, exactly 50 years ago, the people of Israel returned to their dream of 2,000 years, Jerusalem, the capital of the people of Israel, the capital of the State of Israel, the city that we swear on every single time a Jewish couple get married in the past 2,000 years, our dream of next year being in Jerusalem. We come to Jerusalem, and on the Temple Mount, the holiest place in the world as described in the Bible, is a Muslim mosque. Now, we don't believe in removing those who are there, but actually we believe in respecting. Unfortunately, maybe because of our naivety, we allowed Muslims to stay there, believing that they would allow Jews to pray there. Unfortunately, for political reasons, we have not been able to pray there, but now the growing numbers of Jews going onto the Temple Mount, which is really the activity that I was involved in before I joined the Knesset. Today, we see a change. More Christians, more Jews are coming onto the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is becoming what it should be, a world center for peace, a house of prayer for all nations. We have removed from the Temple Mount those who are trying to promote violence and terrorism, and we're now trying to turn the place into a place of prayer for all. It's taking time. It's not going to happen in one day. We waited 2,000 years. We'll wait a few more years.
Prayer for all means not just for Jews on top of the Muslims, but for all religions. Is that right?
All people that are faithful in the one and only God, all people that want to go pray to the place where God chose to rest His divine presence.
Obviously, President Trump reached the hearts of the Israelis during his visits, whereas the German President Steinmeier and the German Foreign Secretary Gabriel, the latter laying a wreath at arch-terrorist Arafat's tomb, or preferring to speak to the left radical NGO Breaking the Silence, instead of with Prime Minister Netanyahu. How well is that taken in Israel?
We're very happy that President Trump came to visit Israel. He did it really out of warm respect and understanding that we, the people of Israel today in Israel, are continuing the footsteps of our patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, King David, and all the stories of the Bible. And he was looking at the idea, he believes, he was convinced that we want to live here peacefully with our neighbors, and it means that we cannot promote terror. This is what President Trump said. Unfortunately, sometimes we have others who come here including the Foreign Secretary of Germany, who come here and feel that they're going to patronize, they're going to educate the people of Israel. Instead of meeting with the Prime Minister, who represents the Israeli interest of living here peacefully, he met with those who are promoting, I would say, delegitimization of Israel. I think that's a mistake, definitely a mistake for a person coming from Germany, who we know the relationship between the people of Israel and Germany in the past. And we have to remember, Israel is what is right in the Middle East. It's not what is wrong in the Middle East. It's the only democracy in the Middle East. It's the only state that has human rights, civil rights for all. And we are for that trying to be, to practice and demonstrate full civil rights. I think there was a mistake on those who come and try to educate us instead of trying to understand the situation. And I think that President Trump demonstrated what a leader, a person who has a wide perspective on the situation does, and does not come to educate us, comes to connect with what we represent in history and modern history.
In Israel, it was known all over, but I'm not sure that each of our readers is aware of it. In 2014, an Arab assailant made a very serious attack on you, firing 4 shots at you. Miraculously, you survived and recovered well. What did you do to deserve death in the eyes of that Muslim assailant?
We, in the past few years, I believe in the world, we see that the main enemy of the free world, of the Western world, of the Jewish world, are those who are believing that God is exclusive and they have a right to kill in the name of God. I hold a totally different aspect, and I believe that God is not exclusive, He's inclusive. He wants us all different. Therefore, my activity is called Jerusalem of Peace. My activity before that, becoming a member of Knesset, was called Jerusalem of Peace in the Knesset. My office is called the Jerusalem of Peace office. My website is jerusalemofpeace.com. And what I'm here for is trying to promote peace. Unfortunately, there are those who do not believe in Jerusalem being a house of prayer for all nations. They want Jerusalem to be only Muslim, and only Muslim the way they understand Islam. And therefore, one of my first activities I've been doing here in the Knesset is calling on people to go in to jerusalemofpeace.com and sign the covenant that says we recognize Jerusalem as being a city open for all. I call upon also the viewers here, the listeners here today also. Join jerusalemofpeace.com. Sign the Jerusalem covenant that says Jerusalem is a city of peace, a city of harmony, and not a city of hate, incitement, and terror.
In the German mainstream media, you appeared as if you appear at all, as a settler or an extremist or a zealot onto which the so-called Palestinians almost had to react with force. So what are your political objectives which make you so hated by them?
I am a zealot, and I'm a very strong zealot in terms of human rights, in terms of respecting people, all people as they are. I truly believe in peace. I truly believe in respect to all human beings, whoever they are. I truly believe that we can live here peacefully. Those who try to characterize me as a anti-peace or a settler in my eyes is somebody who wants to live peacefully with our neighbors. Peace in my eyes is win-win. And therefore when I say Jerusalem of Peace or jerusalemofpeace.com, I say, guys, we want to live in harmony. Jerusalem's name is Ir Shalom, city of Shalom, which means harmony, not only no war, but peace in the terms of we're all working in diversity, trying to complete each other. And I think that this is the message. The message that we're coming to say is that we want to live here peacefully in a win-win situation, that all the population should benefit from living here peacefully in a Jewish state, in Israel, and get the most out of it, instead of, unfortunately, many of the Palestinians who are still living in refugee camps. We believe this shouldn't be that way. We believe that they should be able to benefit from the modern Jewish state arriving here. And as I said again, the only way to do it is if we join in and stop trying to delegitimize each other, but actually trying to work cooperative with each other. And that is what my office represents, Jerusalem of Peace, as jerusalemofpeace.com, as a common concept of working in harmony and diversity together.
The readers of Politically Incorrect are above average interested in politics and support our motto, which, among others, states clearly that PI is pro-Israeli. For many good reasons, of course, pro-Israeli. What is your religious or political or even personal message to them? We, as I said before, came back to Israel as part of a godly phenomenon.
And we're here to be a light to the nations. Connect to Israel. Connect to Jerusalem. Refer to Israel as a symbol, as a peak of peace, democracy, respect to all human beings in the Middle East. And I think if you connect, we're not talking about political leaders, I'm talking about each and every one of us, which all can be a flame in the menorah of God to bring His light to all. And that is the concept, and I call upon all of you, go into JerusalemWithPeace.com, sign the Jerusalem Covenant, and be part of this united work campaign from all over the world. Millions of people who are actually promoting the concept of we are here in the name of God to find place for everybody, and God wants it to be a house of prayer for all nations, and not all nations convert to Judaism, but all nations preserve their uniqueness, and together we work hand by hand and promote this world to be a much better world to live in.
Politically Incorrect, the largest German-language non-mainstream information weblog, expresses our gratitude for this interview. We are relieved, MKYehudaGlick, how well you recovered, and wish you and your large family and the people of Israel with divine blessings all the best. Toda Rabbah.